Hello friends, in last lecture we saw the nth term of AP, how to obtain the nth term of AP and the question based on that. Now in this lecture we'll see, suppose it is asked to find the nth term from the end of the AP, then how we obtain that. So let us start that thing. So here we have to find nth term of an AP from last or from the end, from last or from the end. That means if I count the last term as first term, then how to find the nth term, the AP. So let me explain you with the help of an example. Suppose I have AP 5, 7, okay, 9, 11 up to 99. Now suppose they are asking find the 7th term or the 9th term from the end. So how we have to approach? See, when we have to find the any term from the end, we'll count this as the first term. Okay, so this is my first term. So now see the formula we have, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This formula to find the nth term from the start, but obvious. Now here I am reversing the question. That means now I have to find the nth term from the last. So here a, whatever is the first term, now if I want to generate a formula that nth term from end, so a will become the L, okay, because I have to count this as the first term, okay, and the term which is second last actually will be the second term. So here actually second last term is what, 97, isn't it? It is not possible every time that you will be able to obtain the second last term. It is also not required, but this is the formula. So here a can be replaced by L. When we have to find the nth term from the last, we will consider first term as the last term. Now n minus 1 remains as it is. Now here if I write the terms in the reverse order, this will become 99, then 90, finally we'll come to 11957, isn't it? 11957, 11 9, then 7, then 5. Now see, what is the common difference over here? 7 minus 5, that is 2 in this case. But if I write this in the reverse order, common difference will be 7 minus 5 here, 97 minus 99. Okay, so what will be the common difference? Will be negative of the common difference is the normal condition. Here common difference is 2, but in that case common difference will be minus 2. 97 minus 99, or you can check from here, 5 minus 7, this will become minus 2. That means common difference will become negative of the normal common difference. So here I will replace this d by minus d. So this is my formula to find the nth term from the end. What I will do, I will write the formula L plus n minus 1 into minus d. I will obtain d as it is, just I will keep minus sign before it. So note down this formula, then we'll see one or two questions based on this formula, and then we come to the word problem based on based on nth term of the AP. But first of all, note down this formula, an from n. Do write this from n in the bracket so that you won't get confused with this an and this an. An from n is L plus n minus 1 into minus d. Okay, now we'll see questions based on this. So let us see the very first question. Nth term from the end of the AP or from the last. Find the 20th term from the last of AP. Question is, find the 20th term, from the last of AP, one AP is given 3, 8, 13, 253. 3, 8, 15 up to 253. So solution, it's very easy. We have to just apply the formula, and formula is L plus n minus 1 into minus d. So here L is 253, n is 20, d is 8 minus 3, that is 5. Okay, don't get confused as minus d is there. Simply you have to find d, just you have to put the value of d in the formula, and the formula is now an from end is L plus n minus 1 into minus d. So 253 plus 20 into minus 5. I took d as it is 5, and because of this formula I am getting minus. So this is 253 plus, or better to write minus because this is positive, this is negative, minus 19 into 5. So 253 minus 95. So final answer is 158. So nth term from the given AP, for the given AP from the end is 158. So please note it down. Then we'll see one more question on the same base, and then we'll come to the word problems. Okay, let us see the next question. Okay, again we have to find the nth term from the end only. What is the question? Question is find the 11th term. Find the 11th term from the end of the AP, or from the last of the AP. 1074 minus 60. So 1074 minus 62. So let us see its solution. Again here we'll find last term n and d, and then we'll put the values in the formula. So here L is minus 62. See, there is one more we should say difference. Suppose they are asking nth term, then it is not compulsory that they give you the last term. But if they want you to find the nth term from the end, definitely last term is required. Okay, so L equal to minus 2, D is equal to 4 minus 7, that is minus 3, and N is equal to 11. So now an from end is equal to L plus n minus 1 into D. So L is minus 62 plus n is 11 minus 1, and D is minus 3. So this is minus 62, then minus 10 into 3, so minus 62 minus 30. So final answer is minus 92. Okay, 11th term from the last is minus 92. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the word problems. Okay, now before we move to the word problem, one more question. Okay, Let us see that question is what that question is. The sum of fourth and eighth term of AP is 24. The sum of fourth and eighth term. Okay, I'm writing this question in the symbolic form only. The sum of fourth and eighth term of an AP is 24. Okay, this is the one thing. Another, it is given the sum of sixth and tenth term. Also, sum of sixth and tenth term is 44. Sum of sixth and tenth term is 44. Find first three terms of AP. In other words, I can say find A and D, because unless you do not have D, it is not possible to find the first three terms. So A4 plus A8 equal to 24, A6 plus A10 equal to 44, then you have to find A and D. So I'm not going to give you the complete solution of this. I will just start this and leave the remaining for you do it at your home. So A4 plus A8 equal to 24. Therefore I can write A plus 3D plus A plus 7D equal to 24. This means 2A plus 10D is equal to 24. Okay, A plus A, 2A, 3D plus 7D is equal to 24. So A plus 5D is equal to 12. This I will say is my equation number 1. Okay, now second information, that is A6 plus A10 equal to 44. So A plus 5D plus A plus 9D is equal to 44. Okay, A plus 5D plus A plus 9D. So 2A plus 14D is equal to 44. So this is A plus 7D equal to 22. After this you have to solve it at your home. We have two equations in two variables. Solve these two equations to get the values of A and D. That is the required thing. After getting A and D, we can find first three terms. So note it down up to this point. Okay, now we'll start the word problem finally. The word problem AP is one of the important things from your exam point of view, because in board exam definitely there is a question word problem from arithmetic progression. So very first question is, Subbarao started work in, question is, Subbarao started work in 1995. Subbarao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 and received an increment rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 per year, and received an increment of rupees 200 each year, or per year is the same thing. Okay, now what we have to find, in which year did his income, in which year did his income reaches rupees 7,000. Reach rupees 7. Okay, so this is the question. Go through the question once again. Subbarao started work in 1995 at the salary of rupees 5,000. That means, see, we already have this idea that this question related to arithmetic progression. So as he started in 1995 with this income or this salary, here I can obtain one of the variable of the arithmetic progression, that is a must be 5,000. A, that is the first term or the first salary is 5,000, and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. That means in first year he is getting 5,000, in second year he will get 5,200, in third year he will get 5,400. So this gives you an AP. Okay, and what we have to find, in which year did his income reach rupees 700. So here we can write, according to question, incomes or salaries according to question, salaries in consecutive years or in successive years is as follows: 5,000, then 5,200, then 5,400, okay, and 7,000. Once it will reach 7,000. Okay, so according to question, salaries in consecutive years is as follow. So this forms an AP, which forms an AP with A is equal to 5,000, okay, where first term is 5,000, D is equal to 200. We won't say L is 7,000 because we don't know whether after getting salary 7,000 he left his job or not, but here definitely A is 5,000, D is 7,000, and 7,000 is an amount of salary which he may get after some years, and it is quite possible that after that year he still continues his job. So I can say 7,000 is a term in AP. Okay, now what we have to obtain, that in which year he will obtain or he will get this much salary. So here we start our question. Now suppose in nth year his salary is, or his salary will be 7,000. Okay, therefore an is equal to 7,000 according to the terminology of arithmetic progression. If I am assuming that nth year, in nth year his salary is this, that means this is the first term, second term, third term, so this is the nth term. So nth term is 7,000, that is an equal to 7,000. Now we know the nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d, that is equal to 7,000. We have the value of a and d, so we'll get the value of n. So a is 5,000 plus n minus 1 into 200 is equal to 7,000. Now if I solve it further, so I can say therefore n minus 1 into 200 is equal to 2,000. When I take this 5,000 on that side, it will become 7,000 minus 5,000, that is 2,000. So I can say n minus 1 is equal to 2,000 upon 200. Therefore n minus 1 is equal to 10, and hence I can say n equal to 11. That means in 11th year his salary will be 7,000. So question is that in which year? That means if he started from 95, then in which year? So from 95, 11th year. So here I can write counting including the 95. So 11 is think for a while that if 95 is the first year, then what will be the 11th year? (2005), isn't it? Because I'm including this year also. So therefore in the year 2005, in 2005 his salary will be rupees 7,000. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is Ramakali saved rupees 5. Okay, next question is Ramakali saved rupees 5 in the first week of a year. In the first week of a year, and then increased her weekly savings, and then increased her weekly saving and then increased her weekly savings by rupees 1.75 by rupees 1.75 if in the nth week her weekly savings becomes rupees 20.75 becomes rupees 20.75, find n. Okay, then find n. Okay, in first week she saves rupees 5. In second week she saves rupees 1.75 plus 5, that is 6.75. Then in next week again she saves 6.75 plus 1.75. So this again gives you an AP with A as 5 and common difference is this. Now it is given that in nth week his saving is 20.75, so we have to find that n. So let us see how we start. Okay, we'll write that weekly savings of Ramakali are as follows. In first week 5 rupees, then 1.75, that is 6.75, then 7 8.50. Okay, then 9 10.25 and so on. And in the nth week her savings are, again I can say this might be a term, and she might continue her saving in the similar way. So we have to find at what position this 20.75 will arrive. So her weekly savings are in this way, uh, which actually forms an AP, which forms an AP with A is equal to 5, D is equal to 1.75. Now, they are saying in the question itself it is given it's uh, uh, saving in it's saving, she saves 20.75 in the nth week, so we have to find n. In nth week, her saving is rupees 20.75. Therefore I can say, therefore an is equal to 20.75. Now we have to obtain the n, so now we'll apply the formula, that is a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, this is the formula of a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 20.75. Now if we keep the values of a and d, we'll get the n. Okay, the thing that you have to understand, that what are the terms as per the question and whether that terms form an AP or not. So definitely it's an AP 5, because it is clearly given that her savings increased by 1.75. that means we have to simply add 1.75 in each term to get the previous term. So now we'll solve it further. Here A is 5, so 5 plus n minus 1 into 1.75 is equal to 20.75. Okay, so on solving it further, I will get n minus 1 into 1.75 is equal to, now I'll take this 5 over there, so 20.75 minus 5, that is n minus 1 into 1.75 is equal to 15.75. so n minus 1 is equal to 15.75 divided by 1.75, which is equal to 9. I think it should be 9. So let us see. 25, we can cancel it by 25. So 3 is 25. 7s are okay, yes, it is 10. So sorry, it is 9. So n minus 9, sorry, n minus 1 is equal to 9, so we'll get n. Therefore n minus 1 is equal to 9, therefore n is equal to 10. That means in 10th week her saving will become rupees 20.75. So please note it down. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is, in a flower bed, there are, next question is, in a flower bed there are 23 rose plants. There are 23 rose plants in the first row. In the first row. Okay, there is a flower bed in which there are 23 rose plants in first row, 21 in second, okay, 21 in second, 19 in third. Okay, up to this, if you read the question, you will get that there is an AP starting with 21, then starting with 23, then 21, then 19. So with the help of only this much information, we can say A is 23, D is -2. Okay. However, question is still left. Okay, and so on. Okay, and so on. Okay, in the similar way, there are rows in the decreasing order, rose plants in the decreasing order. Okay, now what we have to find? There are 5 rose plants in the last row. There are 5 rose plants in the last row. Okay, there are 5 rose plants in the last row. Now what we have to find? How many rows are there in the flower bed? How many roses are there in the flower bed? How many rows, not roses actually. Okay, how many rows, not roses. We can also find how many roses are there, but for that we have to see how to find the sum of the terms of the AP, and that is our next topic. So here we have to find how many rows are there in the flower bed. So think for a while, then I will give you its solution. Okay, see, question goes something like this. There is a flower bed. In the first row there are how many rows? 23 rows. So in this way, suppose I'm this circles or whatever I'm considering as rows. So in first row 23 rows, then there are 19 rows, then there are, but obvious sorry, after 23 there are 21, then 19, and so, and in the last row there are 5 rows. So how many total rows we have to find? How many total rows are there that we have to find? So here A is 23, B is 21, okay, A is 23, and D is 21 minus 23. Okay, so in the flower bed, so here I'm directly writing here A is equal to 23, D is equal to 19 minus 23, that is -2, and N is equal to, not N, the last there are 5 rows, so we'll say L is equal to 5. Okay, L is equal to 5. Now L is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, L is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So 5, or I can write in this way. Now L is equal to 5. So A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 5. Now A is 23 plus. Okay, one thing more, I think. Yes, it is correct. How many rows are there in the flower? Okay, so 23. Now n minus n is, we have to find n. D is minus 2 is equal to 5. So n minus 1 into minus 2 is equal to 5 minus 23. Okay, so minus 2 multiplied by n minus 1 is equal to minus 18. Therefore n minus 1 is equal to 9. Minus 18 by 2 is minus that is 9. So n is equal to 10. So we can say there are 10 rows in the flower bed. Therefore here I can write there are 10 rows in the flower bed. Okay, so please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question is, okay, let us see the next question. Is 0 a term of AP? Is 0 a term of AP? Is 0 a term of AP? 200, 196, 200, 196 up to final last term is minus 200. So we have to find whether this AP contains a term, namely 0 or not. So let us see how to solve this. Let nth term of given AP is 0. Let nth term of given AP is 0. Therefore an is equal to 0. Okay, therefore an is equal to 0. Now see over here, A is 200, D is 196 minus 200. So A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 0. Now A is 200 plus n minus 1. Now D over here is 196 minus 200, that is minus 4 is equal to 0. Here you can write that how you got 0, D is 196 minus 200, therefore D equal to minus 4. Okay, now on simplification, here he had 200, then minus 4n plus 4 is equal to 0, minus 4n plus 4. So here you will get 204 minus 4n is equal to 0. So let us see what is the value of n. Minus 4n is equal to minus 204. Therefore n equal to minus 204 upon minus 4. So n is equal to, now minus and minus cancel, 4 5s are 4. Yes, that means 51st term of the given AP is 0. Okay, 51st term is the given AP of the given AP is 0. Okay, here it is not asked in the question that verify, but we'll see that whether the 51st term of the AP is 0 or not. So first of all note it down, then we'll verify the our answer. Okay. Okay, now let us verify this. See, what we will verify? We'll verify whether the 51st term of the given AP is 0 or not, or simply we'll find the value of 51st term. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Therefore a51 is equal to a, that is 200 plus n, that is 51 minus 1 into minus 4. Yes, definitely it is correct. It is 200 plus 50 into minus 4. So a51 is equal to 200 minus 200, which is equal to 0. So 51st term of the given AP is 0. So note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is find the first negative term. Find the first negative term. Find the first negative term of AP 23 of AP 23, 68 by 3, 67 by 3, 22, and so on. So you have to find the first negative term. Now first negative term is only possible if AP gets start with positive term or 0, as well as it should be decreasing. That means the common difference must be negative. So first of all we can see it is 22. No doubt, if you are not able to find the decimal form of these two, still we can say 22. Then after that we have 22 in the terms of AP. It means it is decreasing. That's why it came to 22 starting from 23. So how to find the first negative term? Let us see. First of all, I can write here a is equal to 23, d is equal to 68 upon 3 minus 23. Okay, d is equal to 68 upon 3 minus 23. Therefore d is equal to 68 minus 69 upon 3. Therefore d is equal to minus 1 upon 3. So common difference is negative. As I told you, to get the first negative term, AP must be in decreasing order, as well as it should start from the non-negative number, either from the positive or from the 0. Okay, but if it starts from the 0, but obviously we can say very second term will be the negative term. Okay, after 0, second term will be the negative term, but here it gets start from the positive. So after all positive terms there might be a 0 and then negative, and it is also possible that this AP does not contain 0. After positive term it directly contains 0. Now I think how it is possible. It should go up to 0, then after negative. See, if I give you the example, minus 5, then minus 2, then minus 1. See, here 0 is not there. Common difference is plus 3. Minus 5 plus 3 minus 2. Minus 2 plus 3 minus 1. Now minus 1 plus 3. So it is increasing AP, but still 0 is not there. So it is not necessary that you, when you come from negative to positive or positive to negative, you will get 0. See, if I do this, then next term will be minus 3, so 2, then minus 3, minus 1, 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So though no 0 is there, we come to the negative portion. So it's not necessary that you, when you come from positive to negative, you should pass from the 0. Definitely you will cross the 0, but it's not necessary that you will arrive at 0. So here D is negative, A is 23. Now how to find the first negative term? So let nth term of given AP is its first term. Okay, I am assuming the nth term of the given AP is the first negative term. Now when I say this, it means I can say therefore an is less than 0, as is the first negative term, third term or ninth term or 11th term or 17th term, whatever, its value will be definitely negative. That means an will be negative, that means an will be less than 0. Okay, now as an is less than 0, so here a plus n minus 1 into d must be less than 0, isn't it? A plus n minus d into less than 0. Now what is a? 23. What is that we have to find? What is d? Minus 1 by 3. Common difference is minus 1 by 3 is less than 0. So okay, 23 minus n by 3 plus 1 by 3 is less than 0. 23 plus 1 by 3 minus n by 3. Okay, now after that there are two ways to solve this. I will explain both. First I will simplify this. If I take LCM, so 69 plus 1 minus n by 3 less than 0. So here 70 upon 3 minus n by 3 is less than 0. Now if I take the LCM over here, so what I will get? Okay, now as I told you, there are two ways. If I take this n by 3 on that side, see, if I say okay, if I take this n by 3 on that side, so this will become something like this, and n is greater than, and then I can say 70 is less than n, or n is greater than 70. Okay, n is greater than 70. That means any integer, see here n is a natural number, position is a natural number, so any number which is greater than 70 will be negative. So I have to find the first negative. So first negative term will be the 71st term. Okay, here I took n by 3 on that side, so there is no confusion. But suppose someone goes in this way, someone takes the 70 upon 3 on that side, minus n by 3 is less than minus 70 by 3, then if you are doing this, n by 3 is less than 70 by 3, by cancelling minus signs, then you will get the incorrect answer, isn't it? Previously we saw n was greater than 70, and here you are getting n is less than 70, so this is wrong. So what is the mistake? See, this is the inequality sign, this is not the equal sign. Less than or greater than called the inequality sign. So whenever we deal with inequality sign, we can't cancel minus sign directly. If we cancel the minus sign, we have to interchange the inequality sign. So when I cancel this minus sign, I'll write n by 3 is greater than 70 by 3. Understand this thing in this way. Minus 5 is definitely minus 5 is less than minus 4, isn't it? Now if you directly cancel the sign, what you will get? 5 is less than 4, which is incorrect. So whenever you are dealing with inequality sign and you are cancelling the minus sign, reverse this inequality sign. The less than will become greater than when we cancel the minus sign. Similarly, when we include the minus sign, suppose we have 16 is greater than 15, and now I have to apply minus sign, or I have to multiply with minus sign. So I will write minus 16 is less than minus 15. Okay, when we add or when we include minus sign, we'll interchange the sign. When we remove the minus sign, again we do the same thing. So better is this, that take the, if n is negative, then take that on another side, so there will be no confusion. So here I am continuing this. 70 upon 3 is less than n upon 3. Therefore I can say n is greater than 70. It means 71st, first term will be the first negative term. So note it down up to this point, then we'll see its solution further. Okay, so n is greater than 70. Now here n belongs to capital N, therefore we'll write therefore 71st term, just greater than 70 is the 71, so 71st term of given AP is its first negative term, Okay, but what is the question? Find the first negative term. They are not asking that which term of the AP will be the first negative term. If the question was that which term of AP is the first negative term, our answer is the 71st term is the first negative term. But here they are asking find that term. So note it down, then we'll see the 71st term and we'll observe that definitely it will be negative. One thing more, as the 71st term is negative as per our answer, it means definitely 70th term, 70th term will be non-negative. That means it might be positive, it might be 0, but definitely it won't be negative. So first we will find the 71st term, which is our question, and then we'll check by finding the 70th term whether it is non-negative or not. So note it down, only this thing that you have to note it down. Okay, then we'll see how to find it 71st term. Okay, D was minus 1 by 3. I am writing once again because I need this. Okay, now we'll find the 71st term and that will be our answer. Okay, but to get the value of that term, definitely first of all you have to find that which term of AP is the first negative term. So here we obtain that 71st term is the negative. So now after that, this, do not note down this once again. Okay, now A71, now AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Therefore A71 is equal to A, that is 23, N 71 minus 1, D is minus 1 by 3. Therefore A71 is equal to 23 plus 70 into minus 1 by 3. Therefore A71 is equal to 23 minus 70 by 3. Therefore A71 is equal to, therefore A71 is equal to 23 minus 70 by 3. Here LCM will be 3. Okay, so therefore A71 is equal to 69 minus 70 by 3, as LCM is 3. So A71 is equal to minus 1 by 3. Yes, it's the first negative term. Okay, okay, so that thing is sure, this is the negative term. Now is it the first negative term? For that we'll check the, just for our confirmation, we'll check the A70 whether that term must be, that term should be either 0 or positive. That means it should not be non-negative, should be non-negative. So note it down, then we'll find the A70 to verify our answer. However, it's correct, but still we do for our confirmation. Now let us find the A70. Okay, A70. This is not the part of the solution also. Okay, just to confirm, A70 is equal to A plus 70 minus 1 into D, isn't it? So A70 is equal to A is 23, 70 minus 1, that is 69, D is minus 1 by 3. Therefore A70 is equal to 23 minus 23. But obvious, A70 is equal to 0, which is non-negative, isn't it? So ultimately we got that first negative term is 71st. 71st is the first negative term. Okay, and its value was minus 1 by 3. That was our question. Find the first negative term. So our answer is first negative term is minus 1 by 3, and we confirmed our answer with two ways. We obtained the value of A70, which is non-zero. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about today's lecture. Now in next lecture we start the sum of n terms of AP and the question based on that. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.